The following may include subject matters of war, violence, loss, and adult themes which may not be appropriate for all audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Our away friends, welcome. We're doing the
live.
We're doing the thing tonight, and how we are live and in color, as they used to say.
We are.
So quick shout out to our sister stream over at Constructed Chaos. We now have a confirmed date, and we are unreasonably happy and excited about that. So they, those two happy, shiny people, Alex and Morgan, should be here the week of the 9th. So for this campaign, that is going to be November 11th.
Yeah! Woo!
So we should have, and we will see if we can even sneak in some other unauthorized sessions, but
shenanigans.
We'll have to see what's going on with production in the studio and whatnot. Toby, you have a little something.
Do I?
Yes.
A little something, something.
You have a little something.
We have.
You and I had to do a thing.
You and I.
These two
we
humans
talk
do a thing.
so much.
Friends.
We talk for hours and hours, and
just like to rub it in our
somehow
face,
manage to record one or two of them.
Yeah.
And
a tragedy, but we
we
live
post
with it.
those in-depth dialogues full of convivial conversation on our Patreon, which is at patreon.com/Darkeport.
Yes.
Patreon.com/Darkeport. One more time, patreon.com/Darkeport.
And what else is on the Patreon?
Well, I do believe that there is a little thing after you go ahead and get finished. Did you have
Please,
anything
by
else?
all means.
You know, you can get all 6 episodes of Whistling Willie's Wild Wonderful Adventure. We also have wonderful stickers available for a low, low price of only $15. You get 2 weeks of them. Give one to your mom, your cousin, your dad, your friend. Who cares? We also have Cerise has a lovely Attitudes playing in. We also have Pebbles Ink Bite coming to join us. Our first episode came out yesterday on Monday, October... What was it? The 13th, my mother's birthday. Oh, and it turns out that we had a lot of people watching that. But tune back in this coming Monday because we're going to be releasing another one of them suckers at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
We're fighting motorcycle people, guys. It's gonna be great.
This is the new Titus,
What's a
by the way.
motorcycle?
That would also.
It's a name I just
That
came
would
up
also
with.
be our normal.
That sounds fun.
That would also be our normal time slot of 7 o'clock here, Austin time.
Yes, sir.
And those ones tend to be really short. The way that you put them together.
They're about
less than
like
an hour
an
each.
hour.
About an hour each.
By our standards, they are.
Oh,
they're short.
absolutely.
Yep.
They're going to go by
Mini-series.
real lickety-split. But if you're enjoying the story so much, if you go on to Darkeport, patreon.com, as we were saying, you get all the episodes at one time.
I mean, not yet, but, you know,
6 of them.
They're going to be there.
Yeah.
eventually.
Like,
100%.
So you just put them on YouTube.
And if you want stickers, buy them. All right. Whistling Willie stickers at gmail.com. Sorry, I didn't set it up for a website. But yeah.
Well done. Oh, Grim. That was Grim, yes?
Grimmy?
Yes, Grifties.
Grimmy. The Grifties are coming in. Thank you very
Grimmy.
much.
And thank
sir.
you
We
again.
Appreciate that.
Thank you, Grim. Always.
I think that was the actually even before we started officially streaming. Okay, well, and with that, let's
MVPs?
Let's go. Let's get.
MVPs from last week.
Do you want to do that first, or do you want to light the candle first?
It's canon and for MVPs.
Yeah, I like the candle. I think so.
That was a great harmony, guys.
That was awesome.
Really good. I gotta start
Definitely one of the better ones. So in all the hubbub, we did not do MVP last week. So we have 2 MVPs for our faraway friends who are just now joining us. That's, of course, the most valuable player. So that is something that you, the audience, votes on. We now, the players can now vote on it too as well. But we love to have your comments. It's really fun to see what is grabbing people, and it can literally be the most valuable player that you think, or it can be somebody who entertained you, or it can be, you know, something that was just like a particularly interesting scene, or basically anything along those lines. So from 2 episodes back, congratulations, Titus.
I done did it again.
Largely on the strength of Titus's articulating the dream.
Oh, I hated that speech, but I'm glad people enjoyed it.
Speech.
And then last session, Marcus.
Yeah, Marcus.
One MVP, and deservedly so, because you avoided a very miserable end to this campaign, which would have been a 5,000 V6, and the whole story just would have been
Different.
How does
Let me
everybody-
at 'em.
It just would have been a whole session of how does every character die, which I have done before. It's not like
Running.
those
Yeah.
sessions. Sometimes it goes that way.
With glory.
So well done to both of that, both of y'all. And with that, I'm going to set the stage as you have, by the skin of your teeth, you have escaped annihilation, political annihilation. You, emissary of Tuea, acted when you absolutely needed to. And of course, the Church of Light attempted to assassinate you anyway, but they did so without any of the allies that they thought that they were going to have.
Thanks for saying that.
Rasinia also activated her sometimes
Network.
Minor illusion for the win.
Well, that
was the cool
that
one.
too.
That
That too. That was a
Not
like a finisher.
underestimate your cantrips.
level 1.
But you activated your sometimes kingy allies and one particularly murderous little creature, Troupe, and they killed 8 casters who are going to be casting 8 spells at you every round after the first round. So that battle is going to be significantly uglier. And then there was another guy who was panicking back there, a 9th gentleman. You never did find out what he was going to do, but he was not there to play pinochle with you. Right. And he ran away, so he may show back up. We'll see. We'll see how things go. And then, yes, you had Rasinia essentially bolstered the rumors that were already starting, but the moment and enacted a sterling minor illusion and gave a representation of the goddess of justice. Mm-hmm. And in a way, the fact that you made it a little less grand than the reality might actually have been more impactful, because it's easier for the men around there to
Comprehend.
for them to
Tangibly
grasp it.
get, yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh dang, I hate it when
People don't
have
believe something
thoughts.
until they see something.
So
Sometimes.
in the shape of that, there was a little bit of tension afterwards with the Legionnaires, but essentially and eventually you made it out, and you are out of the camp. You are on the banks of the great River Kogi now, and a number of things are going to happen or have already passed. But there you are on the banks. You're a little bit north of where House Tyranix has departed. So there was a major player who came in, a political player. They departed at the very beginning of that combat. And those of you with really good eyesight, if you strain, you might even still be able to kind of catch their dreadnought that's moving downriver at a stately pace.
It's kind of nice to see a gloved hand with a whip moving away from you.
They
Kind of like a good omen.
That's their
literally
sigil.
got that.
Yeah, their sigil
That's
is.
their sigil. A gauntlet.
It's
with
usually
a
not the
whip.
good guys, you know. It's like
So,
house for slavery.
what is everyone doing at this time? So it would be not as late in the day as you might think with all of that, but I'm going to say it's got to be high sun by now after all of that chaos, and maybe a little bit past.
Sparring with Mac the knife.
Mac,
Yeah.
yes, Mac, the murderous knife,
And I will be supervising as Ref.
who you have picked out.
I have an eye on each of you.
And he is more than happy. He's actually a little surprised. We'll make some rolls here soon, and you'll see what his idea of sparring is.
Yeah, at least
Not getting killed.
recognizing him as another kind of predator, being able to gauge kind of where he's at in his journey, and seeing the importance of like some kind of structure for that, but also feeling like Grip didn't really do much in that fight. Like he was amped up for a fight, and that was over very, very quickly. To
Takes
great
a long
success.
time to get your cold blood
You have
out.
blue Dragon Balls right now?
So seeing this kid who is kind of like him and also likes to fight, like this is an opportunity for him to like have a little bit of his own fun, but in an earnest way, and start building a connection with this
It's huge.
murdered golden retriever.
And I am definitely like keeping an eye on Mac just because one, he seemed very cagey towards me and I was the one who offered to spar with him anyway. So if Grip and him are going at it, I'll just kind of supervise and step in when it gets a little too much for Grip to handle.
Why don't you make the
girl?
Yeah.
Sydney? Why don't you make the first roll of the session? Give me an insight roll on
Shit.
Macarius, the murderess over here.
Insight. I'll do this one. Insight.
Jack the Ripper.
That's
Sounds good.
24.
Okay, that is good.
So you were the person in the combat who was actually face to face with him, and he very nearly attacked you. But your words, which seemed to be the theme last session, your words carried the day.
Wait, hold on. I might have miscalculated because I can't do math. So that is an 18 plus 7. 25.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go.
Even a little bit better.
Well, just a little bit. I was like, am I right? Okay. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
So a couple things hit you about this kid. One, he is a kid. He's probably only a little bit older than Grip. He's maybe 15 winters. He's tan, a tan, wheat-haired lad. One is that what passes as self-reflection for Mac is going on some deep level because of Grip's words. And specifically, you will have more freedom than you have ever known. For some reason, that is what not anything else that was happening, not the spells, not the mana bending, not even really the killing. That's like another day at the office for him.
Yeah.
But that phrase somehow got in there. The other two other things, one of them is it does not seem to have occurred to him that that he is amongst a group of chosen as anything that is odd. That's kind of an awkward sentence. I'll say it again. It seems normal to him to be amongst chosen, which is completely abnormal.
Okay.
As far as you know, you, either the Fellowship or the hierarchy of the Death Tamers, who are your people, are the largest concentration of chosen power. And then you're eyeballing that crack team of gladiators, and you're like, you don't, with the 25 insight, you don't know exactly why your intuition tells you this, but you feel like they might have been your senior counterparts. That was a bad group.
Yeah. Jeez. Okay.
But we didn't mess with them on.
And finally, he is carefully evaluating the dynamics of the group but in an animalistic sort of way.
Oh, well, that's to be.
Like alpha kind of thing.
It's more like a young actually chimpanzee going into a troop, or maybe a baboon.
It's a new boy.
And looking at what the coalitions are and the relationships are, but he wouldn't necessarily be able to articulate any of that.
But he doesn't find smiling offensive like chimps do. Just asking.
Doing my own evaluation of him, I'm not using any mana. I'm not using any of the dragon trick. It's all technique. It's all back to the training with Musa, and remembering how fun and tough that was, and how much
he pushed you hard. Your mentor pushed you really hard.
How much he had to think. It wasn't just fighting; it was thinking and fighting.
Yes.
And so the first little bit, we're just getting to know each other, just feeling each other out. But then he's going to start asking him questions and probing a little bit and trying to see how much presence he has outside of that animalistic instinct to kill.
He answers you with this blade. But you're seeing flourishes. You're seeing a twist of the wrist. You're seeing a twist of the head. You're seeing a shimmy of the body. And some flashy crap, like throwing the knife up, distracting you with a kick, then snatching it out of the air and slashing with the other hand when you didn't need to do that. It's a performance as well as it's an art form. It's a performing art, the ultimate performing art of killing someone with style.
But one that has potentially hampered his ultimate effectiveness as a killer.
Maybe. So give me a perception roll and then an attack roll to see how well you're doing here.
Come on, you can do it. You can do
Perception
it.
is not ideal for a real boy,
Hey,
even though that's a
pretty
total of 13.
13, okay.
And then attack roll,
So that'd be a
that's going to be a 23.
23.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yes.
that is no mana, no enhancement.
Yeah,
That is straight.
Okay, you fall right back into the rhythm of sparring with the Grand Rat,
Yeah.
who was the greatest hero of his generation from the Legacy Isle, and you are more than holding your own, and you see him kind of get serious, kick into another gear, and boy, that's some fit shit. And he starts at you. So because you pushed him hard, I'm actually going to give you quite a bit of credit on that 13, Toby. So right off the bat, let's see, you're familiar with Obsi, so with that kind of chosen in this world. So right off the bat, the first time that he kicks you and lifts you off your feet and throws you 4 or 5 feet back, you're like, oh, this might be that very rare chosen, which is a male Obsi. So one of the male, the freakishly strong killers. You've never met a male one before or heard of a male being an Obsi before, but his strength is just completely out of whack. For his frame. You're very, very strong for your frame, but you don't have that kind of thing.
That's all muscle and blood.
Yeah.
As opposed to whatever he's got going on.
Yeah, this is chosen essence that's manifesting through this. The second thing is that there is, the way he's counterattacking, the way he's moving, and then there's a vulpine twist of a literal twist of the knife as he locks your wrist and then janks off to the side, and you very nearly lose your long knife, and he's laughing as he kicks you again as you're trying to, but because you rolled so well, you roll with the kick, it slides off of your side, and he kind of grunts in frustration, but also in appreciation.
And seeing that moment, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to try to pull the ground out from underneath him. Literally grab the ground out, and literally pull the ground out from underneath to push him down. Make him fall down into a hole.
Little rug pull.
Yeah, dude.
Which I assume is a dex save, just to be funny.
It is. That is an action, though. That is a full action. Okay. So he finishes the wrist lock, forces the knife out of your hand, and he's about to. Well, that ain't so. cheating bender, and he kicks over, rolls over his shoulder, and gets back up.
You're good.
And he looks, and then he's looking at it, clocking it. Aight. And then continues, and he kind of looks at you. Oh, you got the juice, you do? All right, good. So then he starts in on you, and it goes up another notch, and now he's treating you as a chosen.
Cool.
So the two of you, God, you did roll really high. He rolled well too, but not that well. Give me 2 pseudo damage rolls.
That would be
for the long knife. Yeah.
So that's just one.
And I'm basically to count that as like a combination of subdual and exhaustion damage on each other.
Cool.
So that's a total of 5 and a total of 6. And again, that is just all physical. That's not mana.
Yeah. Okay, you definitely get your licks in. He's a frack ton stronger than you, though. And so when he does hit, so in those 2 hits, and he's actually got a pretty cruddy little weapon. But he's not complaining about it or hesitating or doesn't care that your weapon is so much better. Again, maybe that's just part of the show.
Yeah.
And he does 16 points of subdual and exhaustion to you.
Rock.
Wow. How many hit points do you have now?
37.
Okay, so that's not even half. All right.
Good. And I'll just hold up my hand. Like, good. That's enough for now.
And he drops back, and instead of bloodlusting or decrying you as weak or something, it's the only time you see real discipline. As he goes back, his feet draw in, he brings the knife up to his to where his third eye would be, and then chops down in like a abbreviated salute.
Cool.
That. What is that?
Huh?
That movement you just did.
What you do?
At the end of a fight?
Beginning too, if they're worth a shit.
Okay. And I'll try to do it back to him. You fight really well.
Make a performance check.
Cool.
Let's see how well you mimic him.
That's a natural one.
You throw your knife.
It goes in the river.
Like
Gone forever.
eat your face.
Okay, make a persuasion check and let me see how well he likes the cut of your jib through this. And
He likes the cut.
And because he's been beating on you and you haven't gone down, and you did best him at least in skill, do it with advantage.
Gave up.
Incredible.
Oops.
I roll this kid.
You don't.
I want to put myself into this kid. I want this kid to be on my side. I am going to spend a morale point on this, even with it has advantage.
Actually a pretty good idea.
Great idea.
Great idea.
So,
First vibe check with your.
Two nat 20s?
oh Jesus!
Oh my god!
That's a 20 and a 19. I also rolled an 8 and I have a 7 persuasion, so we're looking at a 35.
Highest roll in the history of this table.
Yes.
Come on, guys.
Okay.
He's
saying.
Wow, dude.
He looks at you, and you see this like peculiar gleam in his eye. You're still watching this.
Oh yeah.
He does not know how this doesn't exist in his world. This particular interaction doesn't exist in his world. And there's only one possible way that that murder golden retriever can try to process this. Oi, nice scales. Want a shag?
How's it feel, buddy? We didn't even have to wait 5 years.
He's just going to burst out laughing. Like,
And then
Expected so hard.
and then Mac shrugs,
Expected so hard.
and he walks over.
Hell yeah, dude.
He really likes you.
Hungry now, and he goes over to the water's edge, shoots the knife in, and because all of this is happening, I'm not
gonna
gonna
get a fish on the first try.
I'm not gonna make the two of you roll for this. Shit, actually, neither of you were there to see that. He does something with the knife where when he throws it, and Mitra, you saw there wasn't enough distance between his hand and the Templar's throat that he did the coup de grace to for when he threw it in. But as you play it back, you're like, oh, he did the same thing in that fight. You just didn't catch it in the middle of that melee, and it was such a short distance. he does something where he imparts chosen essence into the knife, and it cleaves through the water with unnatural grace and with very little kinetic bleed off of the liquid, and then goes in and
Here. And I'll cook a fish for him, and then I'll leave.
and he's watching Grip now.
He's drooling.
Okay.
So hot.
So he tears into the
having gators.
as he tears into the fish. He's just watching Grip intently walk away.
Look at that little tuchus.
It's your own fault. You said it was a 35, right?
Yeah. I mean, dude,
Genuine 35.
Okay.
it can go all directions there, you know.
It worked. Maybe not in the way you want,
Too
but
much.
you know it worked.
Okay. I am noting that down.
Yeah.
The dice tell a story sometimes.
That's so funny.
All right.
Okay.
So that is going on. Mitra, you're tapped in right now. You feel something not necessarily wicked, but something substantive this way comes from the north, but you don't know what that is yet.
Ooh.
You just have that little radar going off, that little niggling in the back of your head. All right, what is?
I don't know if I like that.
As the shadows begin to lengthen,
I go off and look for a spot to sit, kind of a little away from the group.
by the river's edge.
The river's edge. I mean, within sight, but
Okay.
but yeah, not out of sight, but an area where there might be some foliage, a rock, something like that, just to be a little
I'll say
ways.
you go upriver a bit. There's a boulder that's not very far from the riverbank, and then you go maybe on the other side of it or something, and where you can still see the waters, passing the waters where your sister is buried somewhere.
And Devron pulls on his cloak, kind of like the hooded aspect, and kind of sits back and faces where my sister was buried. And he starts to contemplate a few things. I'll speed through this narrative here. He first pulls out the knife he just used to kill someone.
For the first time in your life, yeah.
And he holds it, and he's slowly twirling it, spinning it. And he has two threads going on here. One is, this was his sister's. The other was what he just did with that weapon. And what does it mean? The morality behind it. It's the first time he's ever killed anybody. And then he also touches his necklace. Again, another connection point to him and his sister that runs through all of this. And he'll do that for, a good, maybe a quarter of a torch, half a torch, contemplating that. And then as a distraction, he pulls out not the dead poem,
Her death poem.
her death poem,
Yeah.
and he starts to want to try to translate and understand that.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. That will take a bit, but you start on that, and like you said, it's more just so you can get away from the current moment, really.
He's shifting that death to the other death to trying to process it, and maybe something in the scroll will help him deal with that. And that's also a distraction in some ways from what he just dealt with.
Okay. Rasinia, you see Devron skulk off, and you have a pretty good idea. I mean, you see this whole extended sparring, flirting situation going on.
Yeah, she's definitely watching everybody.
But you see Devron go off, and you know like how hard his first combat kill, like really hit him. And you also know that he's very recently put his sister, in her grave. So yeah. What else are you up to? And do you want to follow him, or are you gonna just let that
Not
play out?
necessarily. She's first of all, she's gonna just kind of see what everybody's up to, just kind of watch their behavior, see how they're doing after all of that. She's also going to be very cognizant that this is the perfect time to attack the group. And so she's going to be very aware of the surroundings. How open are they? How far away from the town are they?
It's funny you should say.
How far away is truck cover from the trees?
It's funny you should say that. So, here, there seems to be some sort of detachment that comes up from the south, which of course is the direction of Leptis Regium. From the angle that because you're like on the east of the camp, and so you see some sort of movement. It's not huge. It's probably not any more than like half a dozen men or something like that. But sometimes
That's not too bad.
But sometimes that's all it takes, depending on what men are there. And then, about the time that Devrin is taking out Wace's death poem, you start to hear raised voices coming from that start like really far off enough that I might have had you make a perception roll, but eventually you're going to hear them as they come closer.
Where's Tristan and Titus and Marcus?
I suspect that those three are all pretty close to each other.
Yeah, 100%.
You're not going to be wandering around.
Yeah, because I was going to ask that when we got around, was like, how close are we to the docks to where we'd be picking up? Because are we still going to be within our tent? Because we still have to wait in the following day for the ship, correct?
For the morning, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna. Yeah, so.
We got everything out of our tent. And
The tent. You were.
Okay.
You would be well advised to not re-enter the camp at this point.
Totally.
So you're. You can be directly on the docks if you want to be.
I just was wondering about how much time would have passed, because I would have definitely been like, we should probably move upriver, kind of stay at a distance, find a good place to defend ourselves, and I wouldn't have lollygagged there as long as we would be, like finding a place with a glade similar to Devron, but something with like some type of defensive position, very similar to the first time that we went on that Utini raid.
All right, I'm going to say that you go up. So Devrin, I'll even put you more north of that than I originally had you in my mind. I don't have any problem with that. That's all of a reasonable precaution. Mm-hmm. So you probably get to like the semi-rocky area that Devrin found, and then Devrin, you would have pushed up a little bit more
further than that, yeah.
To maybe like some
foliage or something.
Some foliage in there, and some. Actually, you find a Kogi collen fruit bush.
Ooh,
nice.
Growing there. So that would be a really good spot for you to contemplate.
If they're kind of chilling, the Titus, Tristan, and Marcus, Rasinia will start moving towards the soldiers to intercept them before they reach the group.
Okay.
This is like a welcoming. Can I help?
They haven't yet struck off.
To measure what they're doing there first.
They haven't yet struck off with a purpose. But they're lingering at the eastern gate now, and there may be 20 of them that are arguing with each other, and there seem to be two main factions going back and forth of about equal size.
How large was the detachment of legionnaires that Tristan conscripted to stay with us?
We had the legionnaires that I went through. That was 20.
So there were those that
was 20, and then
there were
was the
those
12
that came to like, I want to come with you, but there was a separate.
Because of 12 and 12.
It was two sets of 12 for the.
So those are the ones who wanted to join us when we were still in the camp, and before we got ushered out. Tristan conscripted a group of those guys. Like, yes, you were going to stay with us at the dock until our ship
about 20 of them as well.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So it's not just
So you have the 12th fighter,
our little people.
24, and then you have the other 20.
and then 20 beyond that.
So,
Okay.
Okay.
the whole continuous growth.
That makes a lot more sense then. Then yeah, it would have been
44.
Still would have been further up, but yeah.
In that case, actually, I'm going to change it because I thought nobody else was
There. Yeah, I would
And
have.
she was just going to take it on herself to go measure what was going on. But she'll
Still
keep an eye on that.
Still doesn't mean it's not a good time to attack the group.
No, yeah.
You know?
5,000 men or whatever.
That's never left my mind.
100.
She's going to position
bad. It's
herself
pretty bad.
on the south side of our little group to be able to hear what's going on if those men do choose to approach.
Do you want a line of sight on the camp, or are you going to be hiding?
Line of sight on the camp.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
And she's going to kind of just every once in a while look back at wherever the line of trees or boulder that Devrin just disappeared behind.
All right.
So if Devrin comes out before, then she'll go over to him. So she's kind of watching both ends.
You see 20 about. So there were 10 and 10. 10 more guys join. 20 break out. They start marching toward your last known location. As soon as I'm sure you're going to relay that to the others, and as soon as you do, Rasinia, Tristan, stay here. Highest ranking. Me, Domini. Good. Come with me. And so he hops up, and with a pretty good sense of the dramatic, he stands on top of the boulder. Because he was born and bred in Fang Prime's court.
Yeah.
And you know that he has despite him being younger than you,
he has a coup d'etat to communicate.
There's a level of canniness to how he's approaching all of this. So he positions himself and he strikes like a very classic pose on top of this boulder. Which is in like also partially in like a 3/4 profile. With the setting sun.
Do I hear this?
Touching the something is
bright shiny armor.
Yeah.
I mean, I would
hold on. Let me finish with this description. So as the sun is setting, it's hitting the bright metal.
Nice.
And it's setting that aflame. So he's surrounded by this golden corona that's reflecting off of the breastplate, and he pins the lead man with his burgeoning dignitas. He pins the lead man with a nat 20.
Nice.
Oh my god.
My boy.
Power of the
Just
sun, man.
stays there and then says, "All right, Corporal, come with me." Yes, Domini, gladly. And then instead of climbing down, he jumps off the boulder and then just starts walking over there as though victory is assured. And meets the 20 guys. So it's too far away to hear whatever that dialogue is, but there's going, by the end of it, all 20 of them have knelt to him, and you see him with a chopping hand dismiss them. All right, well, that's going on. What did you want to do?
Oh, I just would have tucked in further with the noise. That's all.
Back toward the group or away from the group?
Into the foliage.
Into okay.
Just hide, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Understood. Marcus, the belle of the ball, while all of this is going on.
Prettiest princess at the party.
There are a couple things that occurred to him while they were fighting. I would like to try to tap into that sense of which favor is in which purse is which in favors God. Like I detected the butcher was deeply in the favor of Roth. For example, while I was like looking in his eyes, looked at me when we saw each other.
You are not currently in that heightened state, so it's not that easy.
Okay. Is there a way I could put myself in that state?
And none of the gods are being that obvious in this moment.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'm going to talk to anybody who's interested in talking to us. I'm not going to go to anybody directly, but anybody who's interested, and probably some of the 12th lighters are probably coming on up, I would assume. But either way, I'm just sitting there, and I want to do that little trick with my my spirit flame, my spirit, whatever, to make a symbol of Tawea from a rock that's just nearby. Pick up a flat rock, press my hand into it, sacred flame. Sacred flame into the symbol of Tawea inside of it.
Just like you did when you had time slipped back to the age of Tiscali. Okay. Okay. You're just doing that one time?
Just once.
Okay.
But for the people who are actually sitting there around us, and I'll be lifting it up, this is Tawea's symbol. This is the goddess of justice and truth. I'll start going through all of it with them.
Make 2 rolls for me. Make a religion check and make a performance check.
Let's go. Big money. No whammies.
Not very good on the religion check.
Well, that one's fairly easy.
Clear 10.
Well, good, because it was a 5.
Oh.
So you don't clear a 10.
Don't clear a 10.
Okay, that's a 9. Yeah. Okay. So you stumble on a little bit of it, but you are going to get out justice and truth at least. Okay. And then give me the performance.
Use the blue. It's calling to me.
All right.
It's blue and gold.
Blue's calling.
Yeah.
Blue called.
18 on the die.
You're dialed in right now.
I'm the dice whisperer today.
Which one? Pick it.
Pick that one. Except if it's me.
Okay. So your theology may not hold up to deep third light scrutiny right now, but you at least get out some crude basics, and you see the one of the leaders of the second delegation of the 12th Lighters, because it was 12 and 12 who had come up to you. He's an older man with plenty of gray in the muzzle. He's listening to you and kind of rocking, and then you see him nodding his head. They're actually not swarming you, like they're not acting like rockstar groupies. They're also not, but they're not. They're definitely engaged, and it as you go about this kind of impromptu sermon, Marcus, you see them not speaking unless it improves the silence. Like they're actually comfortable with just being there and watching. And the 20 legionnaires, and it was
it was 20 legionnaires.
It was
Falco.
It was Falco was the leader.
Yeah, and then the second person was.
So Gaius was the first one who spoke up, and it was
Gaius,
Falco.
then Falco.
Right.
Nice.
And then
we just
went
on down the line.
Yeah.
Those 20 dudes, yeah.
Yeah. But it was Gaius and his wife, yeah.
Because Gaius his wife was a 12th Lighter. Okay.
Mm-hmm. She was the very first one who'd approached Marcus. So those husband and wife kind of pull off a little bit, and they're putting their heads together and conferring. And then kind of reaching some sort of agreement. There's a process going on here that you don't fully understand, Marcus, but with some sort of having reached some sort of unspoken decision, 5 of the 24 break off, and then they go back to the village, and eventually they're going to come back with a bunch of the gear and supplies of the others.
Any children with them?
For that group, no. But the knight is young.
For the old guy who was actually
kind of swaying and nodding with you.
I'm with a 19 on my performance roll as I'm walking around rhetoric. I'm going to finish in front of him, and I'm just going to put it directly into his hand and see what he does. Like offer it to him. Symbol of.
He takes it.
Yeah.
He takes it, and again, he's not hyperventilating the way that you're used to people doing. He's looking at it. He puts a cracked nail, a cracked dirty nail, into the grooves, and he's actually tracing the scales with his fingernail, and scratching into it and feeling it.
Cool.
And then after a moment, he takes it and he presses it against his cheek, and is almost like he's waiting or listening or something, and then and kind of dips a nod and does not offer to give it back to you.
I'm not asking. And with a final thing, I'd like to see if there's anybody who's actually in need of healing. In actual need of healing, like, legions, sores, things of that nature. That
trench foot.
Man, you guys are all just snatching stuff out of my head tonight. I was literally just about to tell you that there's one older woman where it looks like her left upper thigh has been rubbed raw, and now it's starting to get a little gnarly.
I walk up to her.
In there.
Huh?
Toya gives me the ability to heal people. Would you allow me to heal you?
I don't know what you mean.
Can I show you?
She looks around, and the others say, "You're gonna have to make your own decision."
Hippocratic oath and all.
I'll hold out my hand to her.
Well, it'd not be that kind of healing.
No, not that kind of healing, I promise you.
I got this other one to hit.
As you should, right? All right. Not trying to do anything untoward, I promise you.
And oh, he's the one who had been nodding that you gave it. Oh, he's a young enough buck, laddie. He don't need your stale wares. She just glares at him.
Yay.
Well, you be shooting dust, so shut up.
I can probably hear that too.
Okay, there's some laughter.
Yeah, a lot of talk soft dick out of your wife is pretty harsh, dude. Jesus.
So she takes your hand.
Do I offer your divine blessing and healing to this woman, if it is your will?
And it's a little more measured than before, but definitively you feel the warmth flow from that part of you that is in communion with the goddess of justice. And here she finds that it is just to alleviate this woman's misery as it flows through your hand into her withered form, and then just kisses her thigh, and like that, the sores are washed away. Look at me thigh! Look at me thigh! Do I gotta? That's just desperate now. And shut up! And
It's still old.
and she starts looking. Oh, Gladdy, that's amazing. It is. And
It is amazing.
a
Yes.
few of the other women come. You notice that this group is largely women. I mean, there are some men scattered through it, but it's probably about a 2/3, 1/3 split.
Wow.
And the women are coming over and kind of poking at her thigh and looking at each other because they were well aware of what had just started with it. Okay. Fortunately, all of that's happening in a fairly contained...
Yeah, once I realized things were not going to go haywire, I returned to what I was doing.
Okay.
It was just a precautionary, like, people are approaching, don't know if shit's going to go down.
Let me just get myself hidden.
I'll walk over to Titus's side as we appraise what's coming from the south.
Okay.
Yeah, after they would have done that kind of jump up, and then you would have started kind of walking around, Titus would have went up and basically try to get like the highest level position so you can keep an eye north on the river, also south on the river, keep an eye kind of on everything, and he's just kind of sitting there with
your back to the Kogi. Okay.
Yeah, back to the Kogi,
That
keeping
makes
an eye on everything, and just kind of like also knowing now that I think that it's like his distance is going to be more reassuring as a patrician to these new people than his acceptance as it normally is. So he knows like he's kind of realizing those faults of being the man of the people and kind of like, okay, well, I need to definitely set the tone a little bit differently.
Tristan walks back, and once his back is...
And he'd be cleaning Concord too.
Once his back is... Excellent. Once his back is fully to the camp...
How did it go?
Well, they were coming out here to arrest you, or Marcus.
Awesome.
Not surprised.
I'm surprised there weren't more, but apparently I really... Part of me wants to go in there, and it hurts to see a legion this bereft of any sort of leadership, Titus Metellus.
Are they rudderless? Like there's no one to take that stand?
There should be 20 different people to take headship over there.
They just don't want it. Or they fear it.
Or the magistrate paid them off.
That's a fair point.
Or that. As far as the legate goes, I don't even think I think he's probably hiding in the bowels of Leptis Regium somewhere. I don't even think he's anywhere. I don't think he's off anywhere.
The only place that would be safe for him is probably his gladiator pits.
If only we could take more of them.
That's not a bad idea.
Where did Rasinia run off to? Rasinia, are you about?
I am.
Oh.
Chris might pop up.
Pops up.
Here the whole time.
Yeah.
He actually...
My shoulder, I'm here.
He actually smiles at that. We need to put a bell on your ankle.
That would defeat the entire purpose, my lord.
So, I was thinking about. Actually, I was. Well, it's just us. Chosen here. So, I was going to ask your counsel. Actually, I think it's about time for me to get back home. I have to be at the area. The area is what
House Vales.
It's House Vales, like headquarters in Leptis Region.
They like falconers, like birdmasters.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I love that.
I need to be there at the bare minimum. I need to be there for when my illustrious cousin returns. I'm wearing her armor that she called for all the way from the frickin' capital. So, do you think, should we set back now? Do you think we should wait until, what was the ship name again that's coming?
Frankius.
The Francus?
Francus.
The Fracus.
Should we wait until then and then catch, I don't know, one of the smaller little trawlers back, or what do you think?
It'd be wise to help see them off. Make sure they actually do get on the boat. Don't get accosted before then.
Accosted. Such a good word. I like that. Accosted. All right, I'll have to remember that.
Well, it's never good to be accosted.
No. It's not good to be accosted. Just
You aren't going to come north with us?
his face kind of falls. Well, first I have to see this into Lucretia Tarquinia's hands, and then we'll see.
There are many boats that go north on the river.
More and more every day, actually, which is part of the problem.
We are growing.
Yeah, and we need to settle which is better, Justinian Longstrider or Stevis the Bard. I was always a Longstrider guy. This will not stand.
He chuckles. I mean, Stevis the Bard.
I
clearly,
agree.
Obviously.
I like his ponytail. You know.
Have you seen his busts? There just aren't enough of them around in Terra, but you know.
But when you see one, you don't forget it. This guy rules.
Yeah. You have a place with us.
I appreciate that. I think my instinct was right. I think this is a group of heroes. I think you are on a grand quest. It may not be to defeat the Red Emperor, but it's something that's just as important in this era.
Probably more.
Toya seems to know so.
And maybe as added incentive for you to come on, we can give you the whole story on how we found Concord from the bird's eye perspective.
Okay, that's dirty.
It was, all right? But we like you. We want you with us.
We have to play to our strengths.
That really is the sword that struck the final blow against the Red Emperor, isn't it? Do you ever feel weird carrying her?
Every day. Until she tells me not to feel it.
Huh.
The only time it ever feels natural is when you're swinging.
That makes sense, actually. Well, you're getting on with that boy?
Yeah. He's coming with us.
Why not add theft to the growing list of crimes in the mind of the Leptis Region folk?
He was manumitted right in front of us.
Yeah.
By the magistrate himself.
That's true. I don't know if his Ludi would agree with that, though. The gladiator schools are notoriously
selfish.
Well, I mean, the big bad gladiators seem to think it was all right. Seem to care about him.
And that one
Actually,
woman.
he did. Yeah, and he was really afraid of him coming with us. For us. But not for him.
And I'll look back, make sure he's not like, listen, he's a beast. He's a predator. He's not terribly different from me. But
Oh, he's very different from you. I don't think he's going to be articulating the fine nuances of personhood.
Yeah, that's more my point. I think maybe I can help him see the choice that he is making every day.
Yeah.
All of this is building towards something, and he doesn't really know what that means. And he needs somebody to show him that.
Does he care what it means?
Maybe not yet.
That's gonna be him. Like, and maybe not. Maybe we'll ultimately have to kill him, but
it's
he
important.
deserves a shot just like everybody else.
I agree.
There is that knife chick, that knife woman that's running around Juramentum that he might hook up easily with.
One less one to worry about for me.
Knife woman?
Knife.
Don't worry
Yeah,
about
she
it.
dresses in
Priestess
scanty.
of the Blood Sun?
Yeah.
She tried to kill Devon.
Also, she wants to have
I know that
Titus's
name,
baby.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of the cult factions that was running around.
A priestess.
Yeah. That's what she said, anyway.
And she's chosen.
You know what that means?
She's chosen.
I wouldn't
Oh,
underestimate
yeah.
her.
By a lot.
Yeah, no, she's deadly.
And determined.
Yeah, she wants to have his baby.
And then I kind of want to look over, and then while I'm looking past you, I'm kind of going to see, and like, do I read anything of like an admiration of Jack the Knife looking at Grip?
Make an insight check.
And you can see like Mitra kind of like watching over him.
He's still chewing on his fish and
That is a
staring at Grip.
13.
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, it's just kind of like,
He's either watching him like the most delicious piece of meat in the world,
Yeah.
or the most delicious piece of meat in the world.
yeah, just kind of be like the back of like, some people can be quite determined to get what they want.
I'm beginning to really understand that. I thought I fully understood that in Fang Prime, but being out here in what the people in the capital consider, you know, the wild expanse.
Give it a few
Sometimes you
more.
find things that are more important than what you want. That's what we're doing. That's
And
why
he's-
we're here.
Sounds like you understand that experience, Grip.
Fuck no.
Everyone needs a home, even if they don't believe it.
Now, through all of this, Brother Adrian has been very quiet, and he has just pulled off.
Brother Adrian.
He stayed around the group, but he got a little bit wet and went to the side of the boulder that's facing the actual Kogi. So he had an ear out while you were proselytizing, or at least introducing them to Tuwea. Boy, that is not a word I thought I was going to use. That's great.
You get a rock, and Oprah, you get a rock.
But Adrian gets up now, wrings out the hem of his cloak that got wet, and approaches. But it's just kind of sitting like at the edge of this. He's not insisting on speaking or anything, just kind of watching. So Tristan says, "Very well. First watch." It's getting dark. It's starting to get dark now.
I'd like to speak to you privately, briefly.
Of course.
Yeah, and then also I'm going to kind of also like look over at Adrian and kind of call him over as well.
Okay. Adrian hesitates and then dips a nod and jogs over. And you pull the two of them aside.
I know that everyone in my party will say that this is foolish, but have you heard of Spess? Jason Tenderheart Steed.
Talking about the damn
That's a
unicorn.
definite yes.
Hey, let me tell you anything, guys. I've got a unicorn.
I got a unicorn, by the way.
This is,
Oh yeah, I just asked if they've heard of it. I never said anything.
That was Tristan. No, I mean his mind is already racing.
Yeah.
Racing it. You have Concord, dude.
Yeah.
You don't need a damn unicorn.
But so he's already just leaping ahead. Adrian is like, sorry, Domini. You mean have I heard of Hope? Which is what Spess means.
Yeah, I'm like, the Spess.
I'm
Jason Tenderheart Steed.
Oh, right. I was sorry.
It's been a long day.
Yes, and it's promises to be perhaps an even longer night. No.
Okay, well, I think I have an idea as far as it goes for leaderless men looking for purpose. Legend always grants truly recompense. Do you think that you two would be able to tell a few stories to these men that are joined to greet us, and also just have them share that story a little more? And then perhaps I can make myself be seen on this.
What story, cousin?
Jason Tenderheart. The truth.
But specifically, that his steed rides the world of muscle and blood again right now?
Once more. I think that if you say it might, and if they see it, they'll believe it.
Because Bess is here?
I believe hope is everywhere, isn't that true?
Because an incredible, massive unicorn is nearby? Is that
Always
what I'm hearing?
available when I call.
Seeing is believing.
He looks down at Concord a little suspiciously.
I just go, you know I can't lie, but I don't always have to tell the whole truth.
Dangerous game, but yes. Okay. Okay. Well, they've already seen Concord.
Propaganda is the strongest tool. We know that from Leptis and Fang Prime.
Is it really propaganda if it's true, though?
No.
I think it's just getting the word out.
Yeah, but they would have to... Seeing something too blatantly is shocking. Giving them faith that they are seeing something that might not be there, but they want to be, I guess, curious.
Most men won't even know what Spess is.
Most men know what an equine is, and most men have never seen one. Let alone one with a horn.
A white equine. That I think they could understand. And he says very matter-of-factly, they're going to try to assassinate me. Okay.
Welcome unicorn to the club. Doesn't do it first.
He says, oh no, it's quite common in Fang Prime, actually. Yeah, different ways. They have the resources for it. Have you heard of the Four Winds? It's sometimes called the Chosen Killer.
I believe it.
It's the strongest. If you don't remember, you don't remember.
Yeah.
He says it's the strongest poison on Terra. It's very difficult to make, exorbitantly expensive. It takes a master. It's also an act of will, but it can fairly reliably kill Chosen even, and any normal person is just almost instantly dead. If they were so desperate to kill Marcus, they should have. Well, but then again, when you did, and I still don't know what you did. And Adrian says, Tuea offered us a glimpse, Domini, into a possible dream. That's what that was, wasn't it?
It was.
A world with a little less blood and a little more grace, with broken chains and fulfilled promises for a brighter dawn.
A free world. Every single one of them have at least seen something. I think they just need a little bit more convincing.
Tristan says, I barely understood it though, and I'm steeped in that tradition. They probably only got fragments. If anything, it might have just... No, I have to keep my hope. Okay. I'll do what I... No. I'll do what I must.
I appreciate you.
I believe in what you're doing. I know I should be more cynical, but I don't want to be. I want to believe.
That's actually the first time the Titus kind of like feels that pain in his throat. He's like, good to know. Because he's like still like, holy shit, thank God. Like he's feeling it, And
he's very young himself. Tristan looks at you, looks around, and he puts a hand on your shoulder, gives it like a firm squeeze.
I do the same kind of brother thing up too.
And he says, my cousin chose well.
I'm looking forward to seeing her again.
Okay.
It's just something about someone that could kill you so easily, but they don't. You respect. And then he'll kind of like laugh and chuckle a little bit.
That would be a battle for the ages. I mean, with that in your hand, with her in your hand. But I hope it doesn't come to that. I really, really hope it doesn't come to that.
I wouldn't be able to swing.
Brother Adrian says, "May I be excused, my lords?"
Absolutely, Adrian.
Oh, of course. And he gives a quick bow and then goes back to trying to drink from a fire hose of experiences by the Kogi's edge. Sits back down and actually does pull up his hood and is just sitting there with his hands like in front of, like, kind of chewing on his thumbs.
Yeah, little handsome guy.
Okay, so Tristan takes first watch. I assume some of the men, some of the 12th lighters look like they're just gonna bed down right here. They're perfectly happy.
Yeah, I'll bed down right with them.
And there's like well, aren't we gonna go back? What's in that hut? Well, aren't we gonna? You don't need a spoon. Well, aren't we gonna? No. And
I'm sure they have bowls and cups there too, honey.
No, I was literally just about to say one of the women looks up.
Should we bring the air from here? What do you want to pack? Yeah.
Beacon?
Just Marcus.
What's your title?
Emissary of Tuea.
Say again?
The emissary of Tuea.
What's this emissary?
A holy person of a god. I'm a holy person of Tuea.
You most certainly are. Okay, emissary. Do they have spoons where we're going?
We have spoons, yes.
Do they have cups where we're going?
We might have a couple, yeah.
And they have bowls.
More than you might be able to eat out of at one time.
Okay, see?
I'll join Tristan in, like, first watch, and as soon as the stars start coming out, Micho's gonna monitor the stars a little bit.
Yes.
Facing towards the north.
Yes, they will.
And just maybe be somewhere near Adrian if he's facing the north somewhere.
Your mind drifts back to a certain time, to the roof of a house that may no longer stand, a friend who is no longer a friend, but who left you a little gift in your side.
Yeah. And
staring up at the stars.
And they'll take out a very, very worn out, old looking journal and just hold that, like, and just focus energy, focus on that feeling that they got earlier of just something wicked this way comes. Why north? What's happening? Does it have to do with this person that I know is up north, is waiting for me up north, and or is it something going on in Juramentum that we need a hustle to get back?
I will let you make a wisdom, actually an insight. Let's do it. Kind of insight.
Okay, what's calling to me? This one.
Yeesh. So work for herself.
I think that's the right one.
These are good dice.
Okay, pretty good. 19.
That same instinct tells you that whatever's about to happen, to look between the gaps.
Okay, I'll follow that thread.
There is a shift that's going to happen before the dawn.
Cool.
And you are not the only piece on the board in ferocious motion. And you feel make a religion check as well.
Heck yeah. And I'll do this one for religion. Let's see how that goes. 14.
14?
Yeah.
You, so Loyatar, the Maiden of Needful Pain, who is your goddess, is, well, she's always present within you. She's not particularly present in the same way that you have felt her at different moments. But you feel these other forces swirling around you. that are present, some of them exerting themselves, some of them merely adopting a wait and see. And then one of the threads comes with startling clarity, the idea in a way foreign and yet horrifically concrete.
Yes!
More damn Watch out! Whistle with his wild, wonderful night adventure. Premiering every Monday at 8 p.m.
Get a candle from Briarwick Candles. Smells like justice.
Sick. Awesome. Good to know.
Not in the immediate area.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. I'm gonna sit with that that pain and clarity of just like, oh fuck. And
Mitra. Did I do well? This is, of course, Tristan.
What do you mean that you do well?
Did I represent whatever this mad, beautiful dream of Titus Metellus? Well, I guess it isn't just his dream. I mean, it is his dream now, but the dream.
I have to say, Tristan, I haven't been around Titus as much as I would have liked to get the full image, but I think you did well. I think you supported him the best you can. Did it better than me, honestly.
Actually, it's funny. I was just about to tell you that you, a foreigner, and I know it's not your faith, did a better job than I did.
Funny enough, my people have gone through similar experiences.
Did you
Learned.
Did you know that in the Tempestiad, there's a line in there, I can't remember it exactly, I should, but it goes to the effect that that amongst a group of chosen, I actually, at one point, the word fellowship is in there, that there's that patricians are always patricians, and yet there's also I don't know, it doesn't feel weird to me. I don't feel my dignitas is in danger for some reason when you, or Titus Metellus is when you address them like family. I don't know, that's dumb. It doesn't really make sense, but I hope you understand what I'm saying.
No, it does make sense. It is another thing that my people and I do. We address each other by names that our goddess has given us, what we give ourselves. It is a way for us to connect with one another, to feel close, unified in our universal pain as humans.
When you pray, does your goddess answer you?
She answers me when she feels it is needful. Needful for me, or the universe, or her plan. She lets me know what I need to know in a time that makes sense, when I have the capability of understanding. Sometimes I don't. That is okay.
Sometimes you
trusts
don't.
Me.
Sometimes you don't know.
But I will find out.
But you're a sage. I mean, you're a learned person.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. What does that have to do with anything?
Aren't.
Sometimes things are instincts.
That's true.
We all have them. Even animals do. We're all connected by our way of living, thinking. If that makes any sense to you. You don't have to learn. Sure, we can think about the universe in any way that we like, but it's only a part of it.
Can I tell you something?
Please.
I'm picturing you guys like sitting on top of the boulder, watching. I've prayed my whole life to Gwaelathon, to the Lord of Light. And he's never answered. And when I've gone to beacons that I admire, that I trust, they tell me that Quaelathon is known through the love and the actions and the words of the people around you. And I feel really guilty because I see this goddess Tawea, and did you know even just today Marcus healed a woman? And I feel guilty because I feel like my faith is weak, that those sorts of things sway me. And I know it's a big world.
It is.
I know you're right. I know that both things can be true. I wish it wasn't, I wish I could understand Quaelathon through the hearts and the words of other people, and I didn't need anything else. I shouldn't need anything else. But I do. Or at least I want it. And now this is so dumb, but
I assure you it is not.
I feel, and he looks down at Titus, who's like lightly dozing. I feel jealous. He doesn't have to wonder, Mitra. His faith is in his hands, literally. And Marcus has a goddess who answers him. He speaks to her and she answers him with the gold.
She does. Perhaps.
I've seen people burned at the stake, screaming for the Lord of Light, and nothing happened. I can't square that.
Witnessing such pain would be life-changing, for sure. That's
why I left the capital. I had to get out. It's incestuous there. It's like there are 1,000 nobles in that city, and yet everybody you can't even breathe there. You can breed there, but you can't breathe. Apparently you can breed here too, but
that is another subject. Don't tell Mac.
That kid's gonna be trouble. You know that, right?
I do.
Somebody's gonna look at him crossways. I've seen legionnaires come back from wars before like that.
I do. I think Troupe has, a grip on him, I think. Well, can you can reel him in, but listen, I want you to sit on this feeling of yours. Think about it.
I don't want to be jealous.
No, there is nothing wrong with jealousy. Nothing at all.
How can you say that? It's horrible. He's been chosen by a goddess to be her champion. What right do I have to feel this way? But I do.
I empathize, actually. Our beloved is, I would say, an equivalent. She is wiser than even I. There are things that I can never know about her. There are things that she will understand beyond what I could even understand. And I, admittedly so, was jealous at the time when she first came into being. First, I thought I would be part of something greater, something what you would consider good.
Aren't you?
Not where I'm from. You could say my family would be cursed in your eyes, with malaise and a suffering only Loyatar would grant upon us. Not that I am complaining or anything, but...
Loyatar. That's her name, your goddess's name.
The Maiden of Needful Pain, yes.
Why needful?
It is one thing that connects us. Everyone goes through negativity, painfulness, suffering, loss, grief, jealousy, even.
It is all part of life. It is all part of being human. A thinking, breathing being. And animals go through such things, but they don't talk like you and I. It is something we all share. And that is what Loyotar is for. To connect us, to unify us, to make us understand why we are here. This is only temporary. But it is part of us. Who we are.
He looks off to the west. I had some crazy idea about retracing Jason Tenderheart's steps, going across the Azure Sea. There's a city there that's ancient, nearly as old as Fang Prime, called Karadet. And continuing on, going to where he fought the Red Emperor, him and all the rest. And I don't know, like Concord was just going to be in the sand there or something. Waiting for me to pull out of some stone or something. Do you think I should go? Do you think I should still go? Do you think there's a point?
I think so. If you feel that calling within yourself, then it's possibly necessary for you. A way for a needful change. Within you. Within your heart, your soul, your being. If it calls out to you, listen to it.
You're easy to talk to.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad my watch is almost over.
I will stay up for a little longer, but I have an uneasy feeling.
So Deborah never returned to camp. He pulls out a second cloak, his other green cloak, and he kind of cocoons himself on the front. And for 2 hours, he'll do Lux Fiat twice to continue reading until towards the end he grieves and just falls asleep beneath the column bush.
Okay.
That's where he's at.
Okay. Something wakes you up about the same time that Tristan and Mitra look over.
I will.
A sound that is not often heard on this continent.
Oh, good.
The galloping of hooves.
All right.
I wake up.
I'm immediately. I'm standing up,
I look around.
doing a stretch. Still very nonchalant. Still sitting in that feeling. And I will pat Tristan on the back, and he'll go.
The city has something awaiting for me too, just up north.
What direction is it coming from?
I guess so.
Follow
And
your call.
that's Mitra. That's an equine. Make a perception roll since you were north.
North.
That will be a 16.
Okay, it was a higher DC because you're coming out of sleep, but you catch a glimpse actually of two equine, and then one of them there is a rider who is obviously quite familiar with the saddle. Throws themselves off and goes to one note. This is night. So, Corey, you picked the Skulker feat.
I did.
And it comes into play here because normally you would be at disadvantage for this, and also the way that I would narrate this is that even if you made that perception check, you wouldn't be able to really see that much in terms of like nighttime details.
Right, low light, yeah.
But because mechanics need to match the narrative and vice versa. That is embedded in my philosophy as a GM. So, I keep track of who has a 20 wisdom with proficiency and insight, and
15 with the proficiency and insight.
And you feel your chosen essence doing something funky behind your eyes. And you have something that is approximates dark vision. Now, not quite.
Right.
But all of the nighttime is no impediment. And you've never seen this kind of detail. I mean, you've always had excellent eyesight, but this is a whole other thing where it's almost like your chosen ability is giving you some sort of internal resolution, like visual resolution.
Wow.
So because of that, you can see that even though the light is dim, that the coat of the second horse, which is far more massive than the first, is a snow white.
I know, is the unicorn?
Yes. Off.
The unicorn.
It was on a boat. It was kind of a big issue.
So she's yeah.
Do you recall?
Too much unicorn.
I mean, there might be another white horse.
And
but.
for our faraway friends who weren't with us the last time that Spess was around, this is a unicorn that is the size of a Clydesdale in real life. So it is a massive beast. It is not the graceful, slender, typical unicorn.
So I'm here on a rock, and it's coming from the north.
Yeah, and so.
Do I need to get out of the way of it trampling me?
No, it's not that close.
Okay.
It's not that close. So the rider had departed and murmurs something, and Spess seems to takes like 1, 2 small little, almost comically dainty steps back, and then cocks ahead and is waiting. And you see the person in a cloak, about 6 feet tall, broad-shouldered, very well built, comes through. They're wearing, they're wearing articulated plate. Now there's one rider. This is the rider who swung themselves off and now is leading the equine in past the tree line.
Okay. Do I recognize this person?
Make another perception check. Your angle's not great from where you're at.
Not very good. 9.
Okay. You're not sure. I mean, it's clearly a warrior. But as the person breaks the... I assume that you're not
moving.
Recover. Okay.
No, I'm just going to observe and watch. I don't want to scare anyone.
Yeah. And...
How far is Titus from me, or the...
No, he'd be at the center, probably at the center of the camp, like ready to defend. You get oi.
Roll over in the earth bed that I had made. I think I made one for him too.
A pile of leaves.
Okay, and he poked at it, and with that weird sixth sense of his. Because he didn't hear it, he just sensed something coming up. He crouches and is watching. Oh, and that's a fucking equine. It is.
And I'm seeing Spess.
How far?
No.
How far are they?
No, a much smaller, a dappled bay.
Are they close enough to where I can do something? I mean, how far are you? 30 feet, 60 feet.
Once they're about to break the tree line, the smaller equine and
I meant the
them?
The camp.
No, probably not. No.
Oh, yeah. I think that might be Lady Lucretia's.
Oh, fuck. She's a fit one.
Yeah, that's the most dangerous thing, walking on 2 legs.
And you see the person pause. There's a gesture. Titus, your eyes snap open and you feel her presence.
Yeah, I would immediately stand up, probably just make my eyes to the north and just slowly start walking. Very matter of fact, almost like he was powered on. I think would be the way of that, like the shake of that feeling, and then just kind of like up, not trying to be super quiet, but also not, being loud.
Tristan on top of the boulder, you feel him vibrating with excitement.
Of course.
And yet, as he glances down at Titus, walking toward her, he actually manages to rein himself back instead of just pouncing off of this boulder and sprinting over to his cousin.
See, Lulu, I'm doing the thing.
Yeah.
I'm proud of him, honestly.
I'm a hero now, okay?
Lock it.
I'm too cool for this.
Make an insight check, and you have
+2 to veil.
+2 with veil, yeah.
So that will be okay.
Actually, now you have I believe you now have a +3.
Oh, damn it. Yes, that'd be 11.
Okay. You're not entirely sure what it is, but something has shifted or changed with her.
Oh. Okay. Cool.
Can I'm standing up and paying attention. Can I
You
figure out anything?
are looking down there, and something has potentially something has changed with your lady. She looks over to
Yeah,
where
I would still continue to walk, like kind of taken aback a little bit by that, but continue to walk up to her.
as she draws in breath to speak. That is where we will pause the tale.
Fuck, dude.
Damn it, I was gonna do something.
Well, hold on to that, and we'll do that.
Hold on to that.
We'll do that when we get back. Faraway friends, Lady Vale has entered the chat. So, for those of you who are joining us with Book 2, this is the first time that you are going to be introduced to that character. So we will do a very quick recap.
She's a really good comic relief.
And oh yeah, there's a laugh a minute. All right, we'll see you in a couple minutes. Thank you so much. Take care.
Bye, guys.
BRB.
Why limit your imagination? In the tabletop role-playing space, customization is everything, especially when it comes to your character. Whether you're a player, a painter, or a master of tales, your character is what matters most. Using high-quality, fully customizable miniatures, you can be built for battle with Eldritch Foundry.
Welcome to Constructed Chaos, a D&D live play channel where you get to control the game. Join us on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central Time for our in-person live stream that allows you to influence our adventures in major ways, from alternate plot points to rerolls to absolute chaos. And tune in on Mondays at 7 for our brand new Chat Plays D&D format where you get to roll the dice and pilot the characters themselves straight from the live stream chat. And between it all, there's tons of homebrew content and guides that we release every single month. So be sure to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, go out there and make some chaos.
think we're just going to jump right back in. There is plenty to do.
Candle
There you go.
Awesome.
Alrighty.
The light has been anointed by the maiden of needful pen.
Indeed. Isn't it funny? Ironic, isn't it?
Ave Titus Metellus. And with those 3 simple words, a greeting and your name, you are reminded of this remarkable woman with whom and in whom's fate you have become hopelessly entangled. And this has been someone who really should have been an enemy, and yet this thing which has been growing between the two of you, hard to say exactly who started it, whose fault it is.
You!
I think charming redheads, man.
But time and again, both the dice and your own heart were with you, and perhaps fate. And you see her fingering, of all things, a certain hastily wrought candle. You remember when she was setting off to war, and Marcus ran to the gates and gave her candle of faith back. So she just looks at you for a bit.
Yeah, he's standing there basically completely just kind of taking her all in.
Drinking her in.
Yeah, and then he's just going to continue to walk up, just not moving away from her eyes. And then just slowly but surely just grabbing her hands, pulling them up to his, and then putting his hand on her cheek.
She closes her eyes, gives your hand a squeeze, and lingers there. When there is the...
One more moment. And then he's going to kind of pull her in and embrace her.
She embraces you back, and understanding, actually, yes, the wisdom that you wouldn't have had before this all started. And she holds on to you, actually, for a good while, the two of you staying there, present, feeling one another. And because you're like that, you can feel at least part of the shift. She's made a decision, the die is cast. At the same time, you are embracing not just Lucretia Vale, but you're embracing what she's embraced. You feel the word floats up in your mind. I'm not going to have you roll for this. You can hear the men, the very few who survived the Utini campaign, hailing her on a field of battle. Something that has only happened in the nearly 3,000 winter-long history of the Empire one other time to one other woman. And that word spoken, Imperatrix! 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 As she held aloft the head of the Utini chief of chiefs and threw it in the faces of their former captors and walked out of their capital city, victorious. And you can hear that reverberating through this bizarre shared bond. The next sentence she utters would have been absurd and unthinkable before this entire thing started, literally impossible. In a hushed whisper, Spes is with me. The hint of a smile. She pulls back just enough to see you, but you can still feel each other's body heat.
It's good to see Erebus again.
I think Gary missed you. And as if to give credence to her words, Erebus nuzzles you.
Yeah, and he'll put his hand up, you know. It's good to see you too.
He smells you, remembers you. And for all this woman is made of iron, there's an almost tender curling around. So, here we are.
Alive and not trying to kill each other.
That comes later.
All things do.
Titus Metellus, I've come to a needful decision. You gave me, what seems like a lifetime ago, a certain ruby. Much even now, I wear around my neck. Your emissary gave me a candle of faith. It would feel vaguely blasphemous to throw that back when that was so clearly the hand of a god at work.
Toya moves in mysterious ways. But the right ones.
I need to ask you to return the necklace to me, the shell necklace. It's not mine to give. I need to give it back to House Vale.
Understood. It's never came off of him.
I know.
Yeah, and he just entirely takes it and puts it in her hand and kind of closes it over.
I cannot wear this ruby as Imperatrix Vale. But if you will permit me to wear it as Lucretia, as a mere woman, I have decided I can.
I could never accept something that I've given to you back. And I would be honored.
There's actually a slight tremble that runs through her frame.
Lucretia. Beatrix Vale.
And because she does love you deeply, without saying anything, the veil heirloom goes into her hand, and she reaches out with her left hand and snags one of yours and brings it up to her lips and kisses it.
Leans in and it goes far away from the springs. But it's still yesterday for that.
I care for you deeply.
I love you too.
Sergeant! Fuck! That is not my current title. Imperatrix, you've arrived. Manifestly. Gather all of the sergeants and up. I will have them here within half a torch. We will then make an inspection of the camp and hold an accounting. Go!
And by this point, I'll be like, okay, now you can go, Tristan, go say hi.
Okay, he runs down, and in an almost disrespectful, but not quite, she puts a hand up without looking over there. Because he did jump now. He jumped off the boulder. He stopped, looks around. He waits until the one corporal that she tagged to go get the sergeants runs back. Okay. The hand comes down.
Yeah, Titus is going to lean over and be like, he missed his baby. And uses the nickname and just kind of like that, I want to see her be stoned.
He missed his baby.
Baby?
Lulu.
Lulu. Oh, my bad. I was thinking of BB into my mind. I'm nervous.
That one I'm gonna give the character because there's no way he would forget that.
Yeah, 100%.
There's no way.
She looks Lulu.
She looks, and you can feel now you can feel now that she's pushed herself out in the way that you'd only felt a Lady Planner do before.
Yeah.
Her Dignitas, though, feels completely different. Completely different. It is a thing of beauty and steel and crystal. And you are, for that moment, you are inside. She looks at you.
And then as he's like, says that in her ear, like as a quick kind of kiss goodbye, while she's like, wants to make sure that he's not ruining that image or projecting that off, making it still silent, but then looking over at Tristan as she meets his eyes.
Tristan runs. Understood. Tristan runs to her and she gives him one hand, and she's a good deal taller than him, so puts her cheek down to his head, and she says, well, what she actually says is, "Cousin, you look ludicrous in that armor." Because it's like the kid who's stuffed, who stuffed the oversized chest plate and all of that. And
He like when he hugs, the chest plate goes over his mouth. Yeah. And I'm like, I didn't want to say no.
He just laughs and he says, "I know, isn't it grand? I'm a hero now."
Aww.
You fought bravely.
I love him.
Dear cousin, you've always been a hero.
Aww. See?
And
Beautiful.
even with you, she's never been this tender.
Yeah, 100%.
She turns him around and actually acts as his shield maiden, and she's helping him out of the armor. As she's doing that, she looks at you, and you see your legendary grandsire, Titus Invictus, reflected in her eyes, because that's the last person that she did that for, that she functioned as a shield maiden for.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Tristan doesn't quite know that yet.
Yeah.
Perhaps in time he will. She takes that off. Well, it looks like Didius did like me after all. Amazing. Bright metal. Huh. All right then.
I couldn't have done it without Tristan. And then he's going to kind of gesture over knowing where Rasinia is to call her over.
She's watching from like 80 to 100 feet away, respectfully.
The general area. Just like...
Well, especially watching that interaction between him and her.
She looks at this bright metal. More Vale heirlooms. And he actually... My cousin. My grand lord cousin. The same one who saved me from my husband, ultimately. Who gave me a fighting chance in the arena. I was scheduled to be executed as a disorderly wife and an unfit mother. Before one of us dies, Titus Metellus, I would fain tell thee that tale.
Can't wait to.
All right. Thank you, Tristan, for coming all this distance. And she just uses his name. Will you help me don it?
Here?
Yes, here. Do you think I'm afraid? Please. No, I know, it's just... And she just starts...
Yeah.
She just starts disrobing with that complete disdain of a warrior.
I start now.
Okay.
That's my
now.
cue.
Yep.
I'm coming to help her put on the new...
And she has just as much confidence, Rasinia, as if she was in the Aerie in her private fitting room.
Yeah, she's in the shower right now. So
just getting off and immediately not wasting any time, because she knows she's about to take control of this camp.
Yeah.
And she has to look like a figure out of legend. So basically titanium, but the bright metal is going to do nothing but expedite that.
Does Tristan have house servants or or staff that's carrying another set of armor for him that actually currently fits, or he's has no armor now?
He had a few, and he's probably got a gambeson on, maybe just very light,
She would just kind of find them and wave them over before she comes over.
Okay.
So it can all be kind of taken care of, kind of together.
As you come up, and you've seen this whole thing, now give me that insight check, because you possibly could spot different things from her than anybody else could, because you live with her.
Right.
Technically, she's your master.
And while we're rolling, Anna Marie Rogers donated $9.99. Have fun and stay alive!
nat 20.
Thank
you, Anne Marie Rogers.
So I just want to note, if memory serves, you kicked this entire relationship and dynamic off with Lucretia, Darquinia, and Demisha Vale with a nat 20.
100%.
That's funny.
So as Titus is swept up, understandably so,
Yeah.
in the moment and in this poignant reunion, and with all of its difficulties and its fraught pieces and complexities, you realize now you're not on the frontier anymore. You are now interacting with her much more as she would be in her native environment.
Exactly.
Than on a war campaign.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like, fuck it, I may die anyway. We're just gonna go. Also, I will remind you, she is a deeply pious woman, and she was shaken to the core by seeing you heal in the very first episode of book 1.
That little girl.
So from the very moment she's always been on the back heel, you know her as someone completely different.
Yeah.
You know her as essentially an empress. I mean, in terms of how she carries herself, the level of personal dignitas.
An unshakable pillar.
Unshakable.
Mm.
Who you, during that secret war, she was one time overcome by treachery, and you actually rescued her, and she knows that you, among others, that she owes you her life. So your relationship, she was always just with you, but like that changed the relationship. Because you and Indra rescued her, and your other allies did.
Yeah.
And she knows not all of your allies made it out of that fight either. So blood was spilled that she couldn't protect at that point. So you're looking at her, and the psychomachia that she was experiencing, Rasinia, the internal warfare on this trip that she took by herself, although apparently at some point she picked up a frickin' unicorn.
Happens to the best of us.
Has largely been resolved.
I don't see that tension anymore.
No. It's a different tension. And she has chosen to do something that sometimes patricians will do. She is functioning in her public station now. And she has carved out a part of herself that is a woman. Now, you know classically how that conflict ends. The public patrician always wins of necessity, especially with someone as dutiful as she is. Because whatever else is true of your mistress, she absolutely believes in the empire. In the idea of the empire, not the corrupted situation that has befallen of it.
The legacy of it.
And she is like keenly aware that she is someone of her generation who is now, it falls to her to continue that legacy and to carry it forward. And as the men scramble to do as she bids, again, it's been more than twice, but very, very rare for a woman to command this level of authority, but no one is questioning it. And is different from the lady planner. This is just military. This is just raw might, and personal charisma. Her dignitas has increased considerably since the last time you saw her. She is not here as a chosen. She's not here as a patrician or even like a formidable chosen warrior. She is returning, having conquered a foreign nation through her good right arm and through her cunning and her iron will. And having been held imperatrix, has done something. And as you're standing there, you see that in her hair, it's actually fairly small. There is, and the word
It's chopped now.
comes to you, which is chopped. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is actually, yeah, because you had not seen her, I don't think, with
No.
chopped hair.
Mm-mm.
So that
As a character,
like
no.
that cascading emerald silk, all that's gone. It's been hacked off. Her men braided and gave her the grass crown. And she's wearing that right now.
Wow.
Something, again, only someone hailed on a field of battle as Imperator, would be the male form of it.
Does have to give it to you.
Is worthy of wearing that. So this is a bold statement, which of course she's never going to reference. All of this passes in seconds as you run up and you study her. She looks at you. She gives you a small but firm nod. Rasinia.
My lady.
I would have been kind of over with Spess, just like keeping distance, but watching this kind of unfold a little bit.
And she lowers her voice. Tristan, she's actually conscripted Tristan and directed him to act as her lieutenant, which he falls in.
Almost too eager. You guys heard, lady? Yeah.
She says, they're all alive. Well done.
It's not just I.
It never
She
is.
looks at Titus and then moves her eyes to Marcus and to the group.
What was the official declaration from the church? As far as you know, things got
What
disrupted.
was the
and
official
There was
declaration?
not an official declaration
Yeah. Well,
because things went a little sideways.
Charge of heresy, but ultimately unresolved.
I'd be like,
Yeah, it's a little up in the air.
crisis of faith.
if you assume that it was a fair trial.
My cousin just whispered to me before he ran off that he put them under his aegis and they attacked anyway. The Templar had attacked anyway.
They did. Those Templars have already been dealt with.
They have. But it's time for there to be a reckoning. This has been a while in the making. We are going to go into the city and we're going to clean our house. This is, as some of the men start filling out, she raises her voice, projects it. Intolerable to have the dignitas of House Vale assaulted by plebe Templarate. Lord Templar is going to be receiving us soon, whether he knows it or not. Major Dome, I task you with arranging that so that he understands I will be marching, we will be marching back to Leptis Regium so that we can interview him and set things back in joint.
Is she talking about the magistrate as well? Or is she specifically honing in on the Templar?
The Templarate right now.
Okay.
Because they were the ones who actually attacked.
She might just fill her in later.
Okay. She nods, and she knows your way. So there's that there's gonna be like a thorough debrief on the way back home.
Mm-hmm.
Lord Vale, Imperatrix, you are well organizing these men. Yes, I have it in hand. My thanks. I'll be back in a few flickers. She turns and now deliberately turns her back on all that as the camp is waking up, as torches are going up, as cries are, feet are running. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. As men are woken up in the middle of the night and they're running out and there's like, this is a fucking embarrassment, and these different people. I've done the modern equivalent before of this when some, flag officer asshole rolls up. So so people are like running around, they're, with the armor half on, with some people in the middle of sex, with some people who are stone cold, who are like blasted drunk. who are high as,
The camp was not in
high as falcons.
before.
No, not
debauchery.
Not at all. And she walks over, and Donnie, you feel her drop that mantle, that awesome mantle. She has a 20 dignitas now.
Yeah.
You feel her drop that mantle around you. And she's her again. And she comes up alongside you, and you had to walk a little bit into the tree line.
Yeah.
Because this is where Spess is chosen to be. And when you walk toward him, he actually greeted you pretty warmly. Not quite like Erebus.
He's quite more. I think he's prouder.
He's a little too regal for that.
An ancient
He's
unicorn.
above that.
Yes. Because hey, the first nat 20 on Vale, first nat 20 on an equine was also with Erebus.
That's true.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's true.
You're like, he doesn't like men, and I'm like, apparently he does.
Just you.
Just me.
All of these things, man, you undermine the hell out of what it should have been the physical BBEG and may yet be in this campaign. We'll see.
I didn't want to. She's too pretty.
But he gives you a sup.
Yeah. I'll give a very version of a very good bow.
Amazing.
And then comes 2 small steps closer to you, and sticks his muzzle just a little bit past the tree line and the eyes and is looking around, has to get kind of that angle. Lucretia joins you. I was deep in prayer, and he came. He came. He knew my soul was in turmoil, Titus Metellus.
He was able to give me the faith I needed for what we experienced here, along with my grandmother, straddled upon his back.
Remarkable.
Everything is worthy of believing if you see those types of things. Everything can change when you see those types of things.
I still think you're magnificent.
Nowhere near as you, Beauty Atrix.
Some goddess chose you that I know now to not be Quaelathon, to bear that sword. I know what that is. I know what he is. I am devout, but I'm not impervious to the evidence before my eyes.
I never had faith outside of those that were around me. Friends. Grandsires. But now, I have the faith in the smallest of things because of her.
And now, just inside the tree line, finally, she slips, or she intertwines her fingers with yours, lets out a long breath.
What were you praying for when he arrived?
Clarity. I think we both know what's going to happen. The legate, he's not even in this camp, is he? I didn't think so. Disgusting, but I didn't think so.
I called upon when I communicated what we are. I pulled Concord and it showed what my grandmother wanted for everyone. It showed the dream.
You showed them that?
I don't think it was me, but Tuea did. It was me as a vehicle. But my blood, my name, it wasn't enough to convince leaderless men to continue living in this cesspool of corruption.
We'll get back to your blood in just a moment.
But I wanted Spess to be here so I could show them that, at least that faith, perhaps if some of them would come north with us and start fresh.
It wasn't just clarity, Titus Metellus. Yes, it was, but that's only half the truth. And I'm not going to lie to thee.
I could never lie to you. She forbids it.
I was asking to resolve what happens when faith and duty collide with one another. Which one wins? I have believed in the Lord of Light my entire existence, and that faith has been sorely tested. And I long since had put to bed the ideas of some shining light from the heavens coming and saving people. That's not how Quaelathon works. Not in my experience. Not in most of what I've read. And you have been a potent advocate for your dream. And I know something beautiful and special is happening in that insane city of thine. I am going to do everything that I can to ensure that I am not at the head of this legion when it marches north, because it will be marching north. They've already tried to arrest you, haven't they? Or Marcus, or both.
Yes, but thanks to your cousin, they kneeled and turned away.
He really did well, didn't he?
He's going to be a remarkable man, if he isn't already.
He left the capital.
He heard her.
Why has she never spoken to me?
Lucretia, would you have listened? But now, for any faith that you've had in your past, it is forged in the person that stands before me and which I love. Every day that we change, we grow more of what we're supposed to be. I know what I'm supposed to be. The duty and what I want as a Bellator Sanctus is the same crisis that I have, for I know that I have to follow for why she chose me, even if that puts me away from you. Our duties are those that we serve, not those that we rule, is what is all that matters. But it does not shake my love for you. It only makes it stronger. Go ahead. Roll your eyes like you do.
No, you fool. If we meet on a field of battle, you must defend yourself. You must.
I will do what I must.
She gives your hand a final squeeze, slips her fingers out. When last I broached the subject of your headship of Juramentum, you told me you were well aware of your duties, but I sense that you did not take that yet. That was a mistake.
One I will rectify.
Good. It matters. You'll see. It matters. It's not just an increase in what Dignitas is. It expands the possibilities of what it can be. I know that now.
I've seen it with you and Tornix.
The Lady Planner was here, wasn't she?
She had some ideas I didn't agree with. But
she's a dangerous woman.
Thank Marcus for us being here alive. I almost turned her away.
It was that close.
A lot closer than I'd like to admit. But you said it, as everyone always does. I always start off being a fool.
I'm sorry I wasn't here at your side. I am.
You were. You always are.
I'm not taking this ruby off.
I wouldn't want you to. If it's not a faith in Quelafon. It's a little faith in me.
And finally, she kisses you.
Yay.
I was waiting. I'm like, damn, kiss already. Jeez.
In the tree line.
God.
In the tree line. No one sees it.
It's way above. Jeez.
Me in the bush.
Yeah. I was with everyone being a little creeper and just watching the whole thing.
Everyone's hiding in a bush.
Wace's brother here. I'm not trying to be a creeper, but I just want to make sure she's okay. Not going to kill him.
Yeah.
And I would like to talk to Lady Vale at some point, if that's possible.
Join the club.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Okay. A line of veils.
Your little number one fan there.
Holy shit.
Misery style. He looks around. What's all that about?
Misery style.
They're
Thank you. That's really good.
kind of together, kind of not. She is.
Oh, they're porking.
She is pretty indisputably the strongest person alive right now, like the most dangerous, and she might have to kill us, but we hope not.
I don't want to.
Ooh. How's a green top's blood taste?
Well, you're not going to find out with that one, I promise you. Or this one, for the record.
Yeah! Stand up for somebody. Stop looking at me like a piece of meat.
She's my cousin.
And you see more and more of these men forming up in rank and file, in literal ranks and files now on this side of the camp.
I think I need to try to talk to her. So, if you don't see me again, it's nice knowing you.
Piss off. Piss off, I'm going.
Huh?
Gross just got a death wish today.
And as soon as you grab him, he puts his hand on your hand.
Oh,
that's sweet.
Oh, man.
They begin
Not
to
this one.
float a little bit.
But thanks.
He's taken.
Why?
Because she will kill you.
She can try.
That's so funny when you hear that.
All right, you trot up there?
Not yet.
Or not yet, okay.
I'm going to wait for the moment.
They come back out from the tree line. Tristan is doing a credible job. Not perfect, but...
I'll be there to support him.
Okay.
Whatever he needs.
Okay. Actually, I will give him. I'll give him the assist action then. As he. Oh, there we go. All right.
Does that stay within the tree line, or?
It does. Yeah. It does.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless and until Titus decides to do something else. You Titus are beginning to understand how Spas could have survived the hellscape that was Jason Tenderheart's campaign.
Yeah, 100%.
Because he should have been slaughtered many times.
Resilient. And he's 218 years old at least.
Just a massive horse.
Yeah.
Pretty wise horse.
But he's pretty, yeah, he's not just charging in, he's not just announcing his like he's waiting, weighing this, kind of eyeballing you, looking at the men, and you're like, this is a very smart creature. This is not just like, oh, I'm cute and I kind of know what's going on.
After some distance, I will then break the tree line myself and walk back into camp.
Okay. Yeah. There's so much hubbub right now, and you just stroll on up, and it's like you were never gone. As the camp is mobilizing, the Gaia says, brothers, they are looking at him. This is where it's decided. If the Imperatrix orders it, we're all going to be put to the sword here and now. But it's decided, and they all nod to each other, and he looks at you, glances to Titus, sees Tristan. Emissary, we're not going back.
You're welcome with us.
She may not welcome it. She has every right to put us to the sword now. We're deserters, or we will be shortly.
Let's see how this thing plays out first.
We're not running either.
You're with us. I honor you for that decision. Thank you.
We could get you killed.
You may, but everything we do gets us potentially killed.
No, we could really get you killed.
I'm aware. But first,
they all nod to each other.
Let's have breakfast, shall we?
You can eat at a time like this?
I'm sure everybody can eat at a time like this.
You're made of sterner stuff than I am, sir.
Dwyer, with your guiding beautiful light, would you grant us food for all the people here and water to slake their thirst?
He's going full Jesus mode. This is awesome.
Full Jesus.
I only have one fish and one bread.
But you
Great food and water,
converted-
45 pounds of food,
Go.
30 gallons of water.
With one, do you have to
What?
do 2 casts?
No, just one. It's both. And 30
Welcome.
And 30
Holy cow.
Welcome to level 6, Marcus.
So,
This is awesome.
The feast.
so there's a ripple. Wow.
funny.
There is, this is a very low magic campaign. So like, this has never happened before in this campaigin. There is, There is
literally
a
Jesus.
ripple of gold that comes out, and instead of going into a body, or maybe influencing a mind and calming someone, or even sinking into their bones and sinew and holding them fast in combat, it doesn't do any of that. This is a pure act of nurturing and divine love, as abundance. All of a pure abundance, as out of nothing, manna from heaven. This gold comes out and then solidifies into simple fare, but like steaming porridge and freshly roasted Cullen fruit and so on.
Dude.
And then this perfect, beautiful water. Now,
see, this is what
you're going to need some sort of vessel.
Can we say, since you have seen me carve out earth before, can you have asked me to carve out a bowl for you to fill with?
And you would know that about the prayer. So,
can we say that I asked him to do that?
There's enough. Yeah, I think there's enough time.
Script bowl.
Now, Grip, you're not entirely sure because you've never seen this before, and even though you are trained in matters arcane, this literally has not existed in 217 years.
It's fucking weird.
So,
this is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. I've seen a lot.
No, you've seen a lot of weird stuff.
There's a unicorn in the trees.
But this is perhaps even more than healing because of the scale, just the sheer audacity of it. This is undeniably what men will call a miracle. And as this kind of impromptu pool that you've shaped is filled with gold that coalesces into pristine, shimmering water, there is a gasp that goes up, and this finally breaks through the nonchalant mien of the 12 lighters. And they go and they most of them, they're all kneeling. The food is one thing, but there's something about the water, and there may be some sort of understanding, or there's maybe there's a deeper layer to the 12th light that you don't know, that where this water is impacting them more. But almost to a person, they go around that pool and they're all kneeling. Most of them drop down to both knees and they're touching the water. Some of them are touching the water and anointing first themselves and then others. Some first others and then themselves. But I mean, there's this moment here that's happening.
Because I've been part of the Church of the Quailthon literally my entire life, can I make a religion check to see if I can decipher?
This will be a high DC because you have not been around 12 lighters.
Okay.
And
Also, the funniest thing to do right now.
When that resolves, actually.
17.
Very good.
This is some act, and you're trying to remember the word, and it's a peculiar word, and it's something like the 11th light has rebirth of the soul into a body. This is something peculiar to the 12th light.
Servitude.
And the word does come to you as a 17, baptism.
You just need to get a little sermon on the mound, and you're all set.
Which does not exist in any of the other lights or any actually religion that you know of. They all have their rites, but that specific one with the water. And some of the women are quietly wiping away tears, careful not to mingle it in this pristine water. And Gaius looks around. He's not a 12th lighter, but he looks around and he says, if any of you doubted that this is worth dying for, there it is.
And I'll stand over the food, the water, be like, my friends, me fellowship, come take us to way of sustenance before we make our journey north. All will be welcome. No one is to be turned away.
Is there nobody around here?
Yeah, you're hungry. You're hungry.
Some food and water, and yes, I'm starving.
Gaius looks at you. I can eat now.
I love it.
And with Twaya's blessing. And I'll wait till everybody fills before I even start. So, just watching over the flock, basically.
If you don't act now, the moment's gone because she's about to walk back to her
Rasinia
man.
is brushing a hand through it, expecting it to just go right through.
So with shape water.
Well, you stayed with Tristan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
stayed
did.
with
So
Tristan,
I'm not there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you know something is going on, but
Something.
you're really dialed in.
Piles of stuff now. There wasn't. Yeah, they moved some. Past.
Basically, in my head, Melissa, you were kind of working the outsides, and you were making sure that all of the servants know what they were supposed to do, and kind of like back channeling and like basically guiding these shit show men, the legionnaires, with the slaves and the servants of the camp.
Yep.
I'll be sitting near Titus and Marcus because I have some interesting news to tell them. So,
what were you gonna do?
At the pool of water,
yes.
Using the shape water cantrip, I can cause water to form simple shapes or animate in my direction.
Sick.
I wanted to just make a little fountain, essentially like a little drinking fountain, so you don't have to like into it. I want to like be able
keep
to,
it
like,
pure.
kneel down.
Yeah.
Like,
There were a couple more gasps.
So I can do that at a few spots within the 5 foot. So then I'll.
How long does that?
1 hour.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Great.
Okay. And you do it in the shape of Toei.
Holy shit, man! We're laying it on thick balance.
I know I allowed it. That's why we had months back and forth to buy us because
Creatures of land and water.
Well, no, because I knew stuff like this was going to happen, and I try to be very, very conservative about what magic I let into the game. Okay, but as you are an almost unique hybrid of 3 different lines converging, 3 different significant arcane lines converging, you tap into this, we will say, now unique ability, and you have it. And you basically have the cat fountain where it aerates. Where the cats are happier with it. Yeah.
So I'll be the first one to drink just to show it's safe, and then leave people to it.
I'm like, once you get there, they back off, and like you realize that your presence is going to be disruptive.
Yeah, no, I got out of there.
Then you relent.
I'd be leaning up against where Marcus was doing that while he's waiting, because I'd wait until everyone else ate and be like, quite subtle.
So you left. You did not bring Spess out of the tree line.
Oh no, I would have been kind of over there. I figured that he would have. Oh no, I guess how far away would it?
Because you're off a distance. Now you can come. You can absolutely come back and rejoin the camp if you want once you see this going on, or do you want to stay with Spess?
Probably would stay over there and just kind of witnessing everything happening, as long as I'm able to hear and stuff.
You're seeing the impact that's happening with these people now. I mean, this is there are now more. So the camp is Lucretia's completely locked in on there, but there are some more villagers who are trickling out from the town of Visum, which was just north of the camp. So you guys are actually closer to the town than you are to the camp now.
Right. Oh, okay.
Because you'd gone up just a bit.
Yeah.
And so there's a trickle. The 5 guys are back now. This is all happening at night, so it's not as impactful as it might be in one sense. But in another, that gold was unmistakable.
Right.
I mean, it was just like a beacon for a moment. It wasn't huge and flashy, but it was uncanny.
Impactful.
Well, I mean, in a world that doesn't have electricity, that kind of golden light would be like unearthly.
Right.
There's nothing. Well, I mean, there's nothing that produces that. Literally nothing. Torches. That's not torchlight. That's not candle. That's not.
It's like a spotlight shining on North Sentinel Island.
It's like bizarre. So that's attracted some attention because rumors are already starting to spread. Okay. Do you try to, as Lucretia's like breaking from the tree line and walking to her men, do you try to steal a march and get to her before she hits there? No. Okay. Okay.
I'll try.
Do you try?
Oh,
all right.
yeah.
All right. Fortuna favors the bold, or does she?
We'll see. Strong women, strong women, right?
You walk over there.
Or whatever.
Her hand just automatically, but with no concern at all. Just a constant vigilance. Like something that's been burnt into her DNA epigenetically now, probably. Her calloused hand rests on her gladius, and so like basically you're hitting her perpendicular just before she gets to the men.
I'll keep my hands up. I promise I mean no harm. Just.
Which is a good thing for you.
Yes.
Declare yourself.
Reprieve from Mitra.
And?
Sage and counsel to beloved Trisley.
The Death Tamers, right.
Indeed. Do you have any news from the north? Anything strange and bizarre, possibly divine?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. What calls me? What calls me?
She cocks ahead.
What calls me? What calls me? Okay.
The pink.
The pink. The
The
pink calls
pink.
me. Okay, please. Persuasion. Where is it? It's not good, but we'll see.
That's
12.
Okay.
If it was wisdom.
Because you're a death tamer and your people have outre customs, I'm going to overlook the fact that you don't know how to bow. Having said that, I know that you're chosen, and that the man that I hold in greatest esteem.
And that's what I was hoping for my advantage.
I did it.
Counts you as a close ally, indeed part of his fellowship. And because I'm going to let you ride off of, so I mean, you've been really hot with the insight. Actually, this whole freaking group has been, honestly. She says the word fellowship without irony. And there is no imperial sneer in the word.
Cool.
Just a statement of fact.
Okay. I respect that.
There's always news from the north.
Well,
Be a little more specific.
it's hard to explain, but there is something that is going to happen at dawn. Something that the gods are waiting with bated breath.
She looks back over her shoulder to where she knows best is that. You don't know, but maybe it already has.
That is what I fear. It does not seem in what your culture would say good, depending on who it is that is at work.
Your goddess is a peculiar one. Loyatar, no?
Indeed.
Goddess, no. Maiden of needful pain.
Yes.
If memory serves.
You are correct.
Your people have a penchant for self-flagellation. I find that counterproductive.
It is changing.
She looks at the men forming. Although here at dawn I'm going to be taking a few hands. Perhaps even a few heads.
If you need any help, please. I'll take great joy.
I'll take that under advisement.
Of course. But, on the matter at hand, just keep this relatively secret. I don't want any panic. Especially because gods might be walking this earth right now.
That seems to get her attention.
Oh, yeah. Where we are right now, where my people are, is in Juramentum, and we have someone who wants to bring about a blood god of some sort.
I'm vaguely aware of this creature.
And they are just trying to bring him into the physical world, our plane of existence. And my people are currently guarding it right now, the ritual site for that to take place. I'm worried that this has come to pass very soon.
Well, I tell you what, you're reprieved.
Yes. You can also call me Mitra.
I like reprieved.
I do too.
If I see this individual who is poking around, I'll perform a public service and take her head.
Please. Her hair is fiery and her armor doesn't seem to protect her very much. It should be easy.
You know, I don't think anyone can accuse me of not sharing, but that's the bridge too far.
Don't piss off.
What can I say?
Well, struggle with
Ladies love cool taters.
And I will be mentioning this to your beloved. Just Just so he is aware.
Interesting choice of words.
Even I can see such things are happening.
Audacious.
I am very perceptive.
I believe that.
And she'll take a little respectful bow.
And she'll turn and go, the offer still stands. She'll walk over, try to find Titus and see.
As you start to move, you hear her say, "Why reprieved?"
She'll pause and... I needed a second chance, and my goddess has given it to me. Never take that away. I must sit with it.
May my God be so benign. Good day.
Good day to you.
And
I'd be kind of out of the tree line. I imagine that Spess would kind of be there and be like, shh. Well, I definitely would have been wanting to see that. I would have been keeping an eye on just kind of how
you see the two ladies have some sort of interaction with one another. You catch pieces of it on the wind. You probably catch more. You probably catch more of it. As she approaches Rasinia, you feel her again. This has changed. She's always had a presence. Like, you could always feel her walk into a room, and when she wanted to, she could command it. This is a whole different thing, because you feel her expanding herself and then just gently, almost nudging you toward back to her. And you break off from the slaves that you'd essentially gotten in line, and you had defined where the men were to stand by having the slaves out just a little further than that, and essentially like letting them play the negative space game and then filling in rank and file over there.
This is like Gladiator if he actually got out to meet the army.
Yeah.
That's basically what's happening right now, guys.
I love it, dude.
Take it over.
Oh yeah.
And they've set up torches that, so many paces apart, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, it's just this is
yeah, so we got a lit field.
this is this is going on. This is going to be all night, so steel thyself for that. After this, it's time to get home.
It is.
We have a template to reckon with, and a cult to put down again.
And potentially a little more.
I wait with bated breath.
It will be so exciting.
Valet! And it doesn't sound like a greeting. It sounds like a threat.
She basically turns to stand right next to her, a little behind.
And she launches into, and there is a line of, "Now would be the moment, gentlemen, that you would step forward and confess. Because if I have to go in there after this moment, there will be nothing to confess with." And she begins to restore the camp to order.
The thing that Grip had been wanting from Lucretia was another lesson.
Well, you're getting one.
And that is what he is like. So he is now just like studying her intently, how she moves, how she speaks, how she carries herself. Like, this is, he realizes that the opportunity for a lesson is unfolding in front of his eyes, better than he could have asked for.
As this lioness rampant casts her mantle and expands it and wills it. Yes, I know the sigil is a falcon, but still. I stand by that, at least in the moment. You feel it, something spark inside of you. Bestia got you wondering, put a hunger in you. And you know that now. At least on some level. But seeing the mature form of it, and a very different, a very focused and disciplined representation of it, it's like another piece of flint sparking. And welcome to Grip's first point of Dignitas.
Let's go, my guy.
We did establish on After Dark that I have an 18 Dignitas.
Yeah, clearly.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Clearly.
Scales,
Yeah. I thought it was
scales do most of the
25.
talking. Scales do all the talking.
Great. Gee, thanks.
And
For the Dignitas.
as this tense evening continues on, getting worse and worse for the ringleaders. If you're really paying attention, Rasinia, you might see a familiar face who would run off with a grain cart.
Oh, that guy.
No.
Yeah, no, or a piece of grain, and who was setting up the grain cart. He gets hauled, and it doesn't take very many before the whole thing starts breaking. The rings start breaking, people start ratting each other out, and then your mistress puts you to another good use because you happen to be a very, very good truthsayer. So you're going through, and you know that on your word, men are being put to the sword or not. And this is, and it's just, it's rolling through. A whole bunch of people walk out, and you can just feel, you can feel it breaking, and you can feel her breaking the camp to her will in real time as this is going on. And they don't even know how pervasive her presence is, but as a fellow chosen, you can feel that this is some additional dimension of that power, of that chosen essence being fueled into the Dignitas. And you haven't seen it before, but you are beginning to rapidly understand what that is and what the consequences are of having conquered another nation. So as the first tentative fingers of dawn begin to grip the new day.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes.
You
Nice.
Got an eye for detail.
Yay! There he is.
We got it.
You really
got it.
lotioned yourself up into that one. All right.
There comes the moment where,
Of course.
My facial mask.
with a huge sigh of relief, she then has the camp beacon, who had nothing to do with the debates or anything. He was totally removed from that. He's assigned to minister to the camp. He comes out, and she has him, and they are very grateful to have Lucretia turn it over to the beacon, and he leads the camp in morning devotions. And there's just like this.
She only took my pinky, dude. This is great news. Yeah.
She looks. She at some point she would have like asked you about Indra, and you would explore that Indra made her way back.
Yeah, she would have mentioned that when it was an appropriate moment.
Probably
on the earlier end.
As this whole situation
She wasn't wondering.
Goes through, there comes the moment where Lucretia looks to her left, so toward the Kogi. And Marcus, you were very aware, as you have. It's a far humbler thing, but you have set your intent, and yes, your paternal love around these people who are putting their faith in you and in your goddess. I need to keep track of this because another 10 have.
Oh, I was about to ask. I actually had that question.
Have crept out from Visum with their life on their backs.
Any more soldiers?
No,
didn't think so.
Not
with her there.
That happens to the best of them.
But you feel her weighing those 20 who have deserted. And in the rat out frenzy, they've actually been missed to now. Make an insight check.
Come on.
You can do it.
Go
Can I ask for guidance?
This is something that would be over too long of a period.
Okay.
It's been over like
reading the
hours.
room, not reading the person.
14.
14?
Ew.
You're not entirely sure, but you feel like Lady Vale has somehow manipulated events on top of everything else, where she never kept the flow. She kept the flow of the conversation and of all these dynamics away from the fact that you have these 20 guys who have just vanished. Because she easily could have brought it up at any point that she wanted to, or allowed people to question it as like, well, I didn't desert, you know. And any time it's starting to build to that, again, you're not sure, but it felt like the tide flowed in a different direction.
Deflection.
Perhaps she doesn't want that confrontation now. Perhaps it's dumb luck. Perhaps it's providence. You don't know. But there you go.
Or a gift.
Or a gift.
I ain't sure. As I talk to the lead guard guys.
I mean, and he's just like, he's waiting. He's basically watching vigil over himself and his men and ready, and like has to put himself in a state of mind where he's ready to die. And he's accepted that.
He's waiting for the hammer to fall.
There's nothing to do. There's nothing else to do but just wait.
Would clemency be an appropriate term for this?
Yes. Actually, it's exactly right.
Yay.
I think she has given you clemency.
Huh? And like he was so intent, he what?
And I nod over to Lucretia. She's cleaning house and doing her thing.
I believe that she has given you clemency.
And now you start to see him shake. What do you? And his best friend Falco is also kind of shaking.
And on his shoulder, just to give him a. In fact, I'm going to ask Tawea to give him guidance, or I'm sorry, resistance.
Okay.
To get that.
Why? She has no reason to do that.
She has plenty of reason. But ultimately, duty and love are what she's warring with here. She's giving you clemency out of love. Those men in there, she's giving them duty.
That's not a woman out there. That's a fucking emperor.
And understand that an emperor gave you clemency today. Take it as a gift it is. Stand up straight. You are reprieved.
And you actually see him just sink down slowly to his knees. Beloved Lord of Light, thank you for this gift. This unworthy vessel receives it. It will not be wasted. And all 20 of those men with dozens of other civilians around them, the 20 form a ring, all drop to their knees and are all sitting there in prayer with each other. Okay.
I'm going to leave them to their prayer. I won't be too far, but I'll give them their privacy.
You see the Francus beginning to come toward the dock.
Thank God.
And do you start rounding them up, or how do you want to proceed?
I'm going to give them their time.
Okay.
I'll note with the fellowship. I'll point out that way that the Francus is on us here.
I was still all the way up, kind of watching everything from a distance. I think I would have seen it first, and then just kind of looking down
and when
taking that in.
Gets close enough to, like, not quite see flags, colors, and everything like that, people on the boat with more distinction, with more clarity, then I'll start rounding people up and making them ready for the sojourn out.
I will try to seek out Titus first before.
Okay. And I did have one question. Are we going? Is the Francus going to be going upriver, so it's going to take longer?
It'll take you. Yes, it is.
Okay. I guess during that time where I would have had that of knowing how much longer it was going to be, I would have like tried to communicate with Spess of like how fast could we get back if it was me and you.
He doesn't really count as an animal, but make an animal handling roll with intelligence as your as the base, not wisdom. And you know what? Because you're a Bellator Sanctus, I'm going to say that you have proficiency in Spess.
Proficiency in Spess.
That feels correct.
Yeah, I'm going to add a morale point too.
I'm sorry. In the bag of gemstones, were there any moonstones inside?
No.
No, not that Livia gave us. She gave us a whole bag of money and gemstones.
You want moonstones?
Yeah, like a moonstone.
Make a luck roll. Just roll a die 20.
Luck roll.
Yeah, I think this is the apple.
Yeah, boy.
Okay, so that is a 22.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
19
Yeah,
on
pretty
the die.
good.
19 on the die.
So yes.
Yay.
Okay, I'm going to collect those out. I'm going to eventually hand them off to him.
Yeah, I would be waiting and kind of having that conversation if you two wanted to approach.
Oh, yeah.
It would have been something that...
No, Marcus, perfect timing.
Okay, so you break away from this. You get into past the tree line.
Yeah, I just want to know what I would have learned from that.
He looks at you and somehow communicates to you, and it just comes to you. He doesn't need to sleep.
Slow.
I was like, I basically would just kind of like have that moment of like,
and you see this image of you, like you see this image of you tied to him.
Yeah.
With him.
100%. It's like Gladiator when he has the two horses and he's just kind of like, yeah, they just run to it.
So you could make it back up there in some insane, you know, at some insane pace.
And be like, would you mind taking me?
He kneels down.
Yeah, and then I would just kind of be like, put my hand on that, and then as you two were approaching.
Yeah. And I'll like essentially relay the same thing I told Lady Vale and just finish it off with.
We would have to either make great haste or prepare for the worst in returning.
Let's do both.
There's something I need to do that's going to be more important than that, and I'll have to do it alone.
Is it?
Best will be able to get me there faster than this boat.
Okay.
And I'll have to go alone.
Will you be meeting us back on the road, on the boat? Eventually, once your task is done. Because if we're attacked out there...
My task is preparing to declare myself Lord.
Fair enough.
I need to enter the city through the only way that a Lord knows how. Get to Livia, make the preparations, and when you all arrive. I didn't realize the amount of power that came from...
I know I may be speaking out of turn.
That would never stop you before.
And you always advise us.
But there might be returning to the worst.
And I need to get there
faster. All the more reason.
Yes.
Okay, then we will start our way up. It took us, what, 3 days to get here?
It's going to take like 5.
5? And
so it'll probably be 7 back.
I was hoping we could stop by Pulux for a moment.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
It could have been 4 because you guys did stuff.
We made huge
You made very good.
The wind time or whatever, yeah.
All right. Well, then I will say lead them on. You go do you.
It's the only way to get back.
I understand.
Marcus, I wish...
No.
It's good. Kind of can't fit everybody.
I'm not sure, but I think as I...
Bag of holy for us.
As I just empty like a few moonstones from my hand, I think those are the apple.
Spence?
And he doesn't like crunch them or anything. It just rolls it around, testing it.
Sugar cube.
It's a sugar candy.
Swallow it. And there is this gentle flow out of a pattern of force and magic you haven't seen since the island of Jason Tenderheart. Not Tuea's and not Jason's, but Tesseran's. So you see this lunar energy come around and then solidify into translucent crystalline barding around the horse.
Slay.
Armored.
Hell yeah.
He's armored now.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Keep a supply of those.
Yeah. If you're not freaked out, then that's what's crazy.
Where we get more?
I'm taking it in stride. I've seen so much lately. I'm just like, whatever.
At this point,
this is
you're
a
like,
unicorn I'm looking at here, man. It can do all
whatever.
sorts of things.
Yeah.
Just, I wanted to prepare you for the worst, and if...
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll handle it together.
In 6 days we will.
I think it'll be quicker for me.
Go. We'll get them going. Do you want to wait till we leave and then go? See us off?
While you have that time, give this to Vale. And then it's going to be a written note that he kind of has been working on for that.
Oh.
It's like he's not going to be able to say goodbye and he knows it. And then from that, he's just like, just tell them to look north, always north.
And Titus, please let Tursley know what is going on.
I owe him.
Please.
I owe her that much, of course. Thank you. Yeah, and then he'll just kind of hop on that and then go up to where there is a perch where they would definitely see and kind of reel back on Spess and then head up and try to basically cement any Dignitas that would have came or that series of legend of whatever they would see of a gigantic horse unicorn doing that and then just
off into the sunrise.
expedient into the dawn.
Sick.
Make a, since you do not have a riding proficiency, make a dex check.
Oh
A dex
boy,
check.
here we go.
Using that other morale.
He goes like, "Yee," and he falls off.
I want to amplify the horse noise. To
Okay.
camp.
Okay.
Okay.
Not over the top, but enough.
Enough to
reach.
make sure they hear. Yeah.
Catch their attention.
Oh no. Okay, well that's still 12.
12? Okay.
Okay, okay.
Thank God.
He's rough. He's rough around the edges.
I've never ridden a horse before.
No.
I've ridden on the back of it.
Plus 5 to
Targus,
terrain.
where she
How
was
do
dog.
it?
Yeah.
No, so
horse not.
I was like on a.
Basically, Spess moves. I mean, he were on a pony.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, Spess moves to make you look better.
Mhm.
It's not. It's
Yeah.
not his first rodeo, literally.
Yeah. Don't kill me. Yeah.
You got a long time to figure it out.
So he breaks. Understanding your intent, or at least sensing it, breaks the tree line.
Be like, give him a show.
Lets it.
Yeah.
Lucretia turns around. All of them are looking, and for just a moment, you have the attention of nearly 5,000 pairs of eyes. And then you dart back in, and there's going to be fierce debate about what that was. And you shouldn't be able to see from this distance, but you do, or at least you can feel that threaded through everything, all of it, all the horror that is to come, you feel Lucretia's pride as she sees you step into your destiny. You may increase your Dignitas by a point.
Horsepower's activate.
As you are becoming more and more yourself.
Known.
So, as the Bellator Sanctus of this era takes a bold move, separates himself out from the group for speed, has weighed that out and is off. You see Captain Antigone coming in, good as her word, along with her redoubtable crew. Woo! Oh my stars and garters. I do not know if we are going to have enough space, but we will. There is always room for more. Always room for one more. So, but that is a lot more than one.
You will. That's why the horse isn't on there.
As you go, and Tristan next to you, Rasinia, looks over in awe as Spess appears for a moment, and then sighs and watches his dream gallop off. And before he turns back around, you see a little tear go down his face, and he wipes it away. Lucretia pretends not to notice.
He's going through needful pain. Don't worry about it, guys.
And that is where we will pause
the tale.
All right, friends. That's how that went. As they used to, as a certain broadcaster used to say, and that's the way it was.
Ain't that just the way?
We will see you. Actually,
well, if he left, that'd be opening the door, maybe.
So we'll see. We'll see. We're gonna have something next week, and we will.
And we're gonna see you guys Monday too.
Monday for Whistling. Thank you so much for your consideration and your support and your love. It means the world to us. We couldn't do this without you. Take care, and we will see you next time.
Bye.